racing machine at qualified second. Beautiful day for racing. Crowd estimated at approximately 70,000 on hand here as the flag is waved by Carl Simmons and Mike Harwood as we're set for 200 miles of racing action.
Jerry, you can see how wide the pavement is here at the Michigan International Speedway. We'll see some 3 and 4 wide racing, especially on the tri-oval here in front. But up front, it's side by side with Bill Elliott and Mark Martin.
Out of turn 2, Elliott and Martin, 2 veterans of Winston Cup competition. Right behind them is Robert Presley. He's one of the drivers you heard Benny Parsons talk about earlier. It's rumored to go in one of those open Winston Cup rides next week. As Mark Martin has about a half a car length separation in turns 3 and 4 as they head to you at almost 190 miles an hour.
Boy, look at this, Jerry. That's some of that 3 and 4 racing we were talking about back in the pack. That's for about middle of the field, 18th through 20th. 4 cars went into there side by side, and the 3-car of Earnhardt just went right on out in front of them.
Good move by Mike Wallace on the inside. The FTP Brake Chevrolet back up front. Mark Martin has picked up where he left off before. 1 car spinning, the car number 41.
Johnny Benson, as a car takes a roll as it slid backwards, apparently the air just picked the back end of it up and around and rolling over. Here they come back to the start-finish line. Mark Martin will lead them to the start-finish line.
Here again is what happened.
Well, it looks like he might have been tagged by a car, Jared. There was a pack of cars running together, and then it gets backwards, and you see the spoiler sticking up there. The air gets under it and lifts the back end up, and then it just starts rolling over in the grassed area on the backstretch here at the Michigan International Speedway. Fortunately, it does not get over into that guardrail, but that's a pretty serious-looking crash, but it lands on its wheels.
Different angle again for that scary crash here in the early laps. Looking across the racetrack, you see the rear of the car starting to get off the ground. You'll get a sense of actually how high this car will lift here as it came off the ground and begins to tumble. Higher than some of the scaffolds there where our cameras are located.
Well, Jerry, the speeds have increased so much here at the Michigan International Speedway in the last couple of years, and in this race in particular, Goodyear has some awfully good tires now that are running faster, and the speeds are up quite a bit here, and some were concerned that maybe when these cars got backwards, like we've seen them do at Talladega and Daytona, that they just might have that flying effect, and here we go on the second lap and seeing that happen.
Mark Martin, who sat on the outside front row in qualifying. Elliott was the pole sitter with a new track record. That's a differential there. Budweiser Ford.
Oh, there's trouble here on the front straightaway as Larry Pearson and Tracy Leslie get together. Coming off of turn 4 between the start-finish line and turn 4.
Yeah, that was Chad Little in the car number 23. It looks like Larry Pearson's car. They're both painted identically, but that was Chad Little. And there is Tracy Leslie, what's left of the Detroit Gasket Chevrolet. That's the car that's owned by Ron Parker, who is the CEO and president of Indian Head Industries, and of course the parent company of Detroit Gasket.
Didn't realize that Chad was there as he came off the corner. He started up next to the guardrail. Lo and behold, Chad Little was there. He caught Tracy Leslie in the right rear, turned him head on in the wall, and kind of pushed him out of the way. I can't see a lot of damage to Chad Little's car, although he has messed up the aerodynamics just a little bit. He probably will not be quite as good as he was beforehand. But we can see Tracy Leslie over looking at his car, trying to figure out how much damage he has. It's pretty considerable, I'll tell you.
And you can see he came back down across the track in front of a lot of other cars. Was fortunate in that respect that no one else hit him. He got it down on the grass and came to a stop out there and then walked away. Chad Little's car, there was quite a bit of damage to it as he went by on the right side. Benny, and we'll see he'll probably make a pit stop the next time around.
And as we get set for green flag racing action, the Pontiac safety car pulls away, as does Mark Martin. Green flag being waved once again by Carl Simmons and Mike Harwood atop the flag stand. 72 laps in the books, 28 to go with this 200-mile, 100-lap event here at Michigan.
Robert Presley came out in second place on that round of pit stops, Jerry. Now, one driver who gained a lot on that round of pit stops was Tim Steele, who's driving the Davey Allison Racing Ford number 28, the Matt Coles Havoline car. He was 20th when he came in. Now he's 11th. And here he comes into car number 28 as Rodney Combs goes back down the inside, making it 3 abreast going into the turn, and he spins. He gets tapped. Tim Steele in the Davey Allison car got tapped in that bunch of cars running together and spins around, hits the outside wall, and here's, was it the car number 1 of Rodney Combs up there? This car is white.
Once again, here's the car number 28 being sandwiched between two cars.
And I think it maybe just got touched a little bit, Jerry, and it doesn't take much. And there's the 8 car of Jeff Burton spinning around up on the outside. Boy, he almost got hit by some other cars coming around there. Both of them were really fortunate, as heavy as the traffic was, to not get banged when they were spinning around.
Tim Steele will climb out of the car. Once again, Ned, here's what happened.
And that is the car number 1 of Rodney Combs down on the inside, and he clips. I think Davey might have got up into the other car, and here comes the 8 car. That's how he got into it, as the 28 car went up into Jeff Burton and or into Tim Steele, and that's how the 8 car spun around up in front of him.
Ford V6s. Bobby Leslie is the crew chief on that car. Steve Neal actually calling the shots in the pits today, but what a job they have done in this Busch Series operation to bring that V6 from something that was full of trouble. One car has slammed the wall down in turn 1. A lot of smoke coming from beneath that car.
Is that Morgan?
Looks like Morgan Shepherd.
It's a white car, and we see a 2 on the top of it.
It is the Thunderbird from Conover, North Carolina's Morgan Shepherd, the Dick Schultz prepared car.
He was in 12th position. He had led the race at one time, as a matter of fact, as they raced back to the line.
Bob Friedman and Benny Yunt. Here again, what happened to Morgan Shepherd a minute ago as the car headed for turn 1.
And it looks like that Sterling Marlin, I believe, in the car number 48, maybe gave him just a little bit of a tap and spinned Morgan to the outside of the racetrack, and he hugged the wall, just grinding away up there, staying out of the way of the other traffic at least, but doing a lot of damage to Morgan's Ford.
Good move by Larry Pearson in the car number 92, the Mac Martin on Stanley Tools car. Pearson looked to have nowhere to go, made a hard left turn, got on the brakes, and was able to avoid the spinning car.
Now, I'm close to the end of this race, going to get me a top 10 finish. Don't need to do anything foolish here. Well, he pulled back out in front of Rick Wilson as they get the white flag, Jerry. They're still jockeying around back there, but Steve Grissom wants to see the checker flag. He don't want to do anything foolish and not be able to see it.
Steve Grissom knows he could possibly take the point lead, possibly have a shot at getting a leg up to get his first Busch Series championship. Mark Martin looks to be on his way to victory for the 3rd time in 1992. Earnhardt 2nd, Robert Presley 3rd, Terry Labonte 4th, Grissom 5th, Rick Wilson 6th, Ricky Craven 7th, and Todd Bodine now being shown in the 8th position, last year's winner. Last time out of turn 4 for 34-year-old Batesville, Arkansas driver Mark Martin, as Carl Simmons waves the checkered flag, and Martin will take the victory. And here's about the line as Sterling Marlin and the car number 92, that's Larry Pearson, they battle.